Get even more savings this holiday season by becoming a Milo's Rewards member. Don't miss new member deals dropping every week, like $15 off a purchase of $50 or more on select Bounty, Charmin, and Puffs paper products. Plus, get free standard shipping with Silver Key status. Just one more way Lowe's is here to help you shop, save, and enjoy the holidays. Join for free today. Milo's Rewards program subject to terms and conditions. Visit Lowe's.com/terms for details. Subject to change. Exclusions and more terms apply. Visit Lowe's.com/shipping terms for details.
Welcome to Meeting Malcolmus, a pavement podcast. Hey, it's JD here, back for another week of sipping from the straw that stirs the drink that is the catalog of seminal indie rock band Pavement. I am uncool and underqualified to be taking on a project of this heft. Yet here I am, going through the catalog, week over week, song by song, in chronological order, to try and determine what it is we love about this band, and maybe someday get the chance to meet Malcolmus. So there's that. So, shit's getting real. The American election is weeks away. 2 weeks away, I believe. And we're going to see whether or not the strength of the union can withstand an election of this magnitude. My fingers are crossed. I hope that everybody stays safe and free from any sort of harm, in the coming weeks. It just seems like a powder keg ready to explode. And that worries me because, hey, we're neighbors. And neighbors got to worry about neighbors, By the way, where's that cup of sugar you fucking owe me, neighbor? So there's that. I want to bake a cake. Check this out. Things are moving along nicely with our idea to host hashtag Pavement Streaming Day, or as Spiral put it in the interview that I did with him this week, Starlings of the Slipstream. So 2 hashtags for this event, which will be Saturday, November 21st, 2020, starting at 9 Eastern Standard Time. Although really, I think you can start at 9 o'clock your time, wherever you're listening to this, start at 9 a.m. your time and go till 9 p.m. I've created a playlist that is pretty much all the Pavement I have. I put it up on Spotify and on Apple Music, and there's links in the on the Twitter. But if you need them, shoot me an email. I'll try and I'll say them, I guess. But I guess you can just search for them. Saying them seems a little weird, but the Apple Music link is https://apple.co/2 just rolls off the tongue. And the Spotify link is http://bit.ly/P pavement uppercase S stream, pavement stream, with uppercase P and S. So those are the links, so we can all listen to these songs and get them in our blood and get going. I chose November 21st because that would be my mom's birthday, and she's inexorably linked with this podcast at this point. I mean, she got her own memorial episode special woman, and I'm going to honor her that day by hopefully putting a lot of money in Pavement's jeans by hosting this live stream. So check it out. I'll put it up on Twitter, and I'll put it up on the Facebook group, and I'll throw it up on Spotify. What's the one? Reddit. Yeah, Reddit. And Instagram too. So I'll throw it up on all those things, because you know what? I'm social. So there's that. I'm really excited about it. I think we could do something kind of cool if we, had an annual Pavement streaming day. That would be really cool. Scott seemed to be pumped about it. I've talked to Bob. Bob seems on board, and there might be more to come. So there's that. I met with Spiral this week. We had a long conversation, and I'm going to give you a snippet of that conversation because it has to do with the song that we're covering this week, which is Date with IKEA. So we talked a little bit about Date with IKEA, which makes sense because, it's a lot of people's favorite Spiral song, and it just happened to be the next song that was coming up. And I had some questions about it. I wanted to know, what the fuck he was doing with the missile launcher, for example. It felt very corporate protesty to me, but I learned differently. Anyway, before we get too deep into that, why don't I spin the Date with IKEA that is on the Brighten the Corners Nicene Credence edition, which comes from a Peel session. I think it's the 4th Peel session. Here, let me pull open the book. I think it's the 4th Peel session. It was Radio 1 John Peel show at BBC's Maida Vale studio. Producer Adam Askew. What a fucking cool last name, Adam Askew. Oh man, if he had a hair out of place, wouldn't that be great? It was broadcast August 21st, 97. And yeah, that's what I can tell you about it. It's a stripped down version. It's you really get a feel for what the song got from a production standpoint. Not to say that Adam Askew is not, producing the shit out of this, because I don't want to disparage him. But what Mitch Easter and Bryce Goggins come up with on the actual Brighten the Corners CD is much more lush and nuanced. There's some great we'll talk about that when we talk about the song. So this is a Date with IKEA from a Peel session, and you're listening to Meeting Malcolmus, a Pavement podcast.
Took you for, and I'm so tired I'd be lying. I hope the prayer buys you more. Well, the fitness coast is growing near. The shores that don't stay blind all year. That's why the marble lawn stays clear and warm in time. Well, I want to stay, but my time is wasting. Lands call my name. I want to fire this launcher. No, I needed to stay. We all know that by staying here, it'll be a good high this year. So it's used to staying there. You've got no start, Pavement. Thanks.
So obviously that is a different vibe, right? But the whole notion of Peel, isn't necessarily to come out with, a sonically masterpiece. It's live off the floor. It's live off the floor. The band playing together, and it's a different sort of production process. You're hammering it out, and you're doing the song, and it's being recorded. So that's my way of apologizing to Adam Askew if I was disparaging in any way. That's my Canadianness coming out. I spent the whole time listening to that song, worried that somehow I may have been offensive to Mr. Askew. So there's that. Yeah, I dig it. I dig it. It's there. The song is there, and this is a good song. So
as the summer sizzle fades, it's time to establish a wellness routine that's here to stay. Ritual is shaking up the supplement industry with their focus on traceable science and high-quality ingredients. They've got every base covered, from their clinically backed women's 18-plus multivitamin to their stress relief and sleep melatonin, both using first-of-its-kind BioSeries technology designed to optimize formula delivery. For a limited time, get up to 40% off your first month at ritual.com/podcast.
Oh, no matter how you hear it, whether it's just them playing it acoustically or whatever, you're going to hear the goodness that is that song. Now, when you take it to a studio and record it for an album, and you do all the fucking cool shit, like, the beginning of the song, for example, takes place, entirely in the left channel. And then as the drums come up, Westy's cool drum intro, they come up on the right-hand side. And you get this spatial vibe going on that sounds dynamite. And, it's just the feedback fuzz is more refined. It's I don't know. I don't have the vocabulary, I just don't have the musical vocabulary sometimes to describe what I'm trying to describe. And that's a challenge for me. But it's safe to say that I really fucking enjoy this song. I like Spiral songs. And the two that are included on this record are probably two of his best, right? Like, I mean, in terms of Pavement, until we get our fucking hands on For Sale at the Preston School of Industry, these have to rank. These have to rank as 1 and 2, I think. Let's go to the interview that I had with Spiral. Again, just a snippet. It's a clip from about an hour-long interview. And I'll tell you more about how you can hear the rest of it another time. But this is me sitting down talking with Spiral Stairs about Date with IKEA. Take it away. So, Date with IKEA. Take me through this song. Where is the Fitness Coast?
The Fitness Coast is California.
Okay, I figured as much, especially with the next lyric being about blondes. It just feels very. Yeah. So is it like, is this sort of a rage song against really plastic people and things like that, or?
I don't know.
You're firing a missile launch. You're firing a missile launcher at one point, Spiral. Like, Jesus Christ.
I don't know. I was just trying to put words together. Maybe that rhymes. I don't know. But some of the stuff, like the Marble Lawn, that's kind of about Westy's house.
Oh, okay.
I used to call it, because it's Marble Valley. I used to call it the Marble Lawn because his house is kind of the old southern mansion, and basically it's basically an opposite version of Kennel District. It's kind of like I used to like when I played Spiral live, I would always sometimes I'd play them back to back.
Yeah,
because And so because they're kind of very similar songs, because it's just basically like the same four chords over and over. But sometimes when Pavement used to play in the 90s, Steve would start up, we'd start Day with IKEA, and I'd start singing the lyrics to Kiddo District. Get confused. Oh god, because it's in that like drop D tuning, so it's like, I don't know. I guess like I was nervous or something.
Oh, I have to play them back to back now. I have to listen to them back to back to get that vibe. To get that vibe.
Kind of the same song, but kind of different. But yeah, it's just basically the title has nothing to do with the lyrics. Kind of like Kennel District, same thing.
Right.
I always loved like kind of titles that, like GBV obviously is the best at doing kind of stuff these days, but
right.
I always like great titles for songs, and it just seemed like
it's just interesting.
I remember
both of them on this record are like Date with IKEA and then Passat Dream, right? Like it's
yeah, exactly.
There's this corporateness, that I think got attached to you in that regard by Pavement fans. They were sort of like, is Spyro like, is he like raging against corporate America? Like what's going on here? Like firing missile
No,
launchers?
that song actually, Passat Dream actually has to do with wanting to buy a Passat.
That's great.
The actress is always breaking things, the things you made and she took you for. And I'm so tired, I'd be lying. I hope the prairie buys you more. The fitness coast is growing new. It shows they don't stay long this year. That's why the marble lawn stays clear and warm. Need time. I want to stay, but my time is wasted. The magic lines call my name. They want to fire a missile launcher. I know I need to stay. And I know that by staying here, it'll be a good high this year. So what's the use to staying there if you've got no use for time? The fitness coast is growing new. The shores that don't stay blonde all year. The continent moves with growing fears. It's all for expensive line. I want to stay, but my time is wasted. The magic lines call my name. I want to fire a missile launcher. I know I need to stay. 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 I know I need to stay.
Yeah, I rather think this is one of the highlights of this record. This is, again, going back to what this record is about. Just a wonderful collection of songs that doesn't have that pixie dust to to take it to the next level. The pixie dust being, the mystery surrounding this band or the hype machine, of the early days, or, the eccentricities of Wowie Zowie. It's a record that doesn't have that cohesiveness. But again, I challenge you to go through it song by song and just hear it out. It's really great. And date with IKEA is one of the reasons why, for sure. So there's that. Anyway, that's pretty much what I have for you this week. There's going to be some changes coming up soon, and I'll talk about it more on the next episode. Or should I talk about it now? No, I guess I'll talk about it now briefly. I don't want to get into the nitty-gritty because you're going to be bombarded with it in November, and I apologize in advance for that. But as a content creator, I have to freshen things up every once in a while to keep things rolling on this end. And one of the things that I've decided to do is move the release date for episodes. So bonus feed episodes and regular episodes will now come out on Mondays. And for people who subscribe to the bonus feed, they will still get access to the episodes on the prior Thursday. But if you're not a bonus feed subscriber, you have to wait a couple extra days. Does that make sense? So it'll come out on a Thursday for bonus feed subscribers. And then again on Monday, the main feed will get released and you'll have access to it then. So bonus feed subscribers will get an episode on Thursdays and Mondays, and regular subscribers will get episodes every Monday. So it'll be a little bit different, but mostly the same. Other than that, things are cool on this end. My hands are as clean as they've ever been. And that's just, just good hygiene on this end of things. I can't tell you it's anything but that. So, keep them clean, peeps. On that note, that's what I got for you. Take care, be well, and my goodness, make sure to get out and vote if you are south of me on November 3rd or before November 3rd, if that's your prerogative. All right, be well.
Meeting Malcolmus, a pavement podcast, is a weekly affair. Connect with JD at jd@meetingmalcolmus.com. Please support the pod by rating, reviewing, or sponsoring us at meetingmalcolmus.com. And hey, I'm social. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, or Facebook at Meeting Malcolmus.
As the summer sizzle fades, it's time to establish a wellness routine that's here to stay. Ritual is shaking up the supplement industry with their focus on traceable science and high-quality ingredients. They've got every base covered, from their clinically backed women's 18-plus multivitamin to their stress relief and sleep melatonin, both using first-of-its-kind BioSeries technology designed to optimize formula delivery. For a limited time, get up to 40% off your first month at ritual.com/podcast.
My dad works in B2B marketing. He came by my school for career day and said he was a big ROAS man. Then he told everyone how much he loved calculating his return on ad spend. My friends still laugh at me to this day.
Not everyone gets B2B, but with LinkedIn, you'll be able to reach people who do. Get $100 credit on your next ad campaign. Go to linkedin.com/results to claim your credit. That's linkedin.com/results. Terms and conditions apply. LinkedIn, the place to be, to be.